Hey guys, we have the new Blackberry Passport. Today is the latest flagship from the Canadian mobile manufacturer. You'd get it for just under 50,000 online as well as offline, and well, you can see it's a massive device really, and different looking from others to say the least. You're gonna see why. But first, the box. You see, typical Blackberry, very classy. If there's one word that I can associate it with Blackberry, it would be classy, elegant. You know, Qualcomm powered, slim board Blackberry. So nothing much on the box. We're gonna straightway open it, and inside you would see the Blackberry Passport. And you see, now you know why I called it unusual, different, mainly because of the shape, and that's why Blackberry calls it Passport, because it kind of resembles the shape of a passport apparently. And we'll come back to the device just in a bit. And then you also have a about Passport, like getting started guide, a manual of the device. When you go still inside, you would find a 1300 mAh battery, the charger, and then your earphones. These earphones do not have volume rockers, but they have your call control button and mic. They're flat wired and a silver plated 3.5mm jack. You also have extra earbuds out there, and then your micro USB 2.0 port out there. Apart from that, you would have your usual some of the other things like safety informations and stuff, and then Qualcomm advertising. So that's about the box. Very elegantly designed box, and everything that you're supposed to get with a mobile phone are there. The shape of the Blackberry Passport could be a love and hate relationship. You either will love it, absolutely love it, or would absolutely hate it, but then you cannot ignore it. It's very different. It looks extremely classy, but then it's again quite hard to manage with one hand. So you have almost all plastic, but this is high quality polycarbonate with a nice rubber grip on the back that attracts oil. As you have seen, I just cleared the oil out here. And then you have a metal frame on the sides, just like a premium Q10 devices. This part is metal, these buttons are metal, and then the metal extends to your keyboard as well. Now that gives the device a premium look and also more durability, but at the same time it increases the weight of the device. And it's a massive device, 4.5-inch square screen device. It's quite thick also, about 9.3 here, and then 196 gram of weight. So that's quite heavy. Does not feel as heavy as 196 gram, mainly you know, if you're used to the bigger screen devices like Note series, or for example the latest 6 Plus and such. But otherwise you would really feel the hefty weight in your pocket as well as on your hand. So you have that 4.5-inch IPS screen. It has a great resolution of 1440 by 1440 pixels, 1:1 default aspect ratio, and that would come to about 453 ppi of color density. So that's really amazing. On top you have I think the 2MP front camera here, your earpiece, and then sensors. Here you have the physical keyboard where there are some swipes available, just like, you know, touches. So it's more like an optical keyboard, as you can say. You would also have the number keyboard and other symbols keyboard on the screen. I'll show you just in a bit. Nothing much on this side. Below you have the micro USB 2.0 port, the dual speaker grills, and then your mouthpiece. Here you have the volume rocker and the voice command button as usual, and then power button, the hole to open the top, you know, and then your 3.5mm jack. Behind you have the 13MP autofocus camera. It has a very fast f/2.0 aperture lens, 5-element lens, accompanied by an LED flash, then your Blackberry logo. You can open just the top, so your nano SIM card goes out here, micro SD card goes out here, but you cannot remove the battery, which could be good or bad depending on how you use the device. But just to make sure you do not lose much, Blackberry included a 3450 mAh battery, and that gives excellent battery life in our tests. So overall, I personally quite like the device, mainly because I'm used to the bigger screen devices. Plus, one thing's for sure about the Blackberry Passport is that this is surely a head turner. This is a looker. I mean, it's so good looking in a different way that, you know, whenever you hold this device, every time I was using this device, someone or another would like, you know, look at it curiously, or would come to me if they know me and ask me, what's this device you're using, or is this the Blackberry Passport? So definitely you're gonna attract attention whenever you're using this device. And moreover, the premium quality and durability and all the spec sheet and everything, this guy makes you feel elevated. The IPS display is great. It's a black background. I kept it black background because I like my Blackberry devices that way, you know, matching the hardware and the software colors. So here you won't see much of a pixelation anyway, but 1440 by 1440 pixel is massive. 453 ppi color density. It's absolute crisp and bright. The blacks are very good on a Blackberry screen. Almost not at the par, but on just about at the par with the AMOLED screens, mind you. And if I go ahead and let's check out the, you know, the viewing angle. They're not extremely great like those AMOLED screen, mainly because of this LCD screen, but still they are good enough. Maybe not to read text from here, but to watch a movie or to view a image, it's just about good enough. Let's talk about the user interface now. So this one's powered by Blackberry OS 10.3, and it also supports, you know, many Android apps really. So you have kind of the lock screen on top where you get your notifications automatically. Those are my mails and my messages. You can tap anywhere and straight away go to that particular application. You can also drag it down to have your alarm. You can straight away set an alarm from it. There's a default alarm up there as well, and also you can just make it go sleep. And to wake it up, you don't have to reach here because that's an extra effort really to reach here, because it's a big device. You can just go this and it's gonna open up. Yeah, so just like all Blackberry 10 OSs, you do this, drag up, and it goes to the background. You can close it out from here. You have a Blackberry hub out there, and then your list of applications. So there are lots of applications, but the phone is very smooth. You have many of Blackberry's in-house apps like BBM and Blackberry World and the default browser, music, picture, videos, the usual stuff. You also have some third-party major applications like Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn, mainly productivity oriented and business oriented. And see Foursquare, YouTube, some multimedia as well, and the camera and stuff. And that's how notification, you know, comes down. If you're inside an app, you would not get this notification just like Android, where this notification, you know, literally comes down, you know, wherever you are. But there you would get the related menu of that particular app. For example, if you drag it here, you get only help. If you drag it here, let me just go back. App Store, see, you get zoom out or hide bar. So whatever menu is application for that particular app, you'd get this. Also on the lock screen, you can straight away go to the camera just by holding it, and it's gonna open. Yeah. So you have a huge dialogue, but it's very hard to you know, operate with one hand. So you almost always need two hands to operate this device. Then you have the brilliant keyboard, and that's something I want to show you. Let's say I'm going to go and compose something. You would see the great thing about the keyboard, and it's a novelty. It's the first time I think I've seen a keyboard that has a combination of hardware keys and software keys. Now it has a good and a bad side. The good thing is for those who absolutely love hardware keys and type very long mails, it's perfect for you, because you know, most of the let's say letters are here, but the you know, the figure is gonna be just out there. So whenever you, let's say, do this, you know, nothing wired, yes, and you can just swipe up. The best way to get the latest news from your computer. See how cool it is, and automatically predicts the next word even, and this isn't the line that I've written before, so I mean, it did not actually go and remember this, but it actually tries to predict the common way that someone writes a sentence like this, which is a great thing. And of course, when you need, let's say, a figure to write, then you can of course go out here. Now the bad thing is, let's say you're giving someone an email address. Somebody give this, let's say nothing. Now where is @ is here, @gmail, where's dot is here, com. So basically, you know what you and also your cap lock is there. So if you have, let's say, complex words to write, for example, you're typing your password, which is alphanumeric, so you have a combination of letters and then figures out here and then symbols, and then you have to continuously switch on the caps on, cap lock. That kind of gets very uncomfortable because of the combination of hardware and software keys. So that pressure difference is significant, and the swift movement from here and there becomes really tough, when you use a combined hardware and software key. Of course, I think you will get used to it after an extended period of time, but it's gonna take quite some time. It's a long learning curve, of learning to type faster using both the hardware and the software key. So this could be one of the deterrent, although I don't think so, because the haptic feedback of the hardware and the responsiveness of the software is great. So this is gonna be just about all right. There's another thing that I want to show you. For example, you have new releases and all, so you can just scroll on the hardware key and you're gonna scroll out there, see. So you can if horizontal scroll is available, you can also do that. Automatically started downloading any. So that's another great thing about it, and this scrolling is very smooth. It's extremely smooth. I just have to go and just touch, just optical. See, it's very smooth, no lag at all. So whatever BlackBerry implements, they generally implement very good. We're gonna test some music output. The sound via speaker is very loud and good enough even for crowded places. However, it does not have much bass, although the treble is quite fine. The sound output via the earphones are much better, with better bass, but not exactly exquisite, thumping bass. Let's go ahead and check out a sample movie to see how the vocals sound like. It can also give you an idea of how a movie looks on this device. I'm just gonna increase the brightness here. Yeah, that's cool. And where's my movie? Here.
You guys, did you see that? I just was like, what?
Surround sound is actually great. Even the 3D sound effect, the vocals coming out properly, they are not being dominated by the music, surrounding music. It's a good thing.
Oh, I have received a message. From the universe? From the messenger.
as you've seen, the good thing about a square display is that you do not really need to go to the landscape position to this. Yeah, that's not the good thing.
Disappearing. I fear this is work of your hands. You have unleashed a new kind of threat on our world. This could be the end of Kung Fu. But I just got Kung Fu! And now, you must save it.
So overall we like the vocal sounds better than the music. 491 out of 555, that's an incredible score really. Then we have video, we've seen this. Let's check out the gallery, which is the usual BlackBerry 10 where you have albums arranged in stack. You can go to an album to see the picture. You can of course have lots of options here, edit and slideshows and add to favorites and stuff. You can also have this and then select more and apply that particular option to many, but the options become limited. For example, you cannot really batch edit pictures, for example. Then let's go to the settings and check out. So you have very extensive settings. See, about device, general, you have OS informations, you have other hardware informations out here. So hardware wise, this guy is powered by Snapdragon 801 chipset, which has a 2.26 gig quad-core processor. Now note that that's the least powered Snapdragon 801 chipset in the market. It has 3 GB RAM, 32 GB online storage. You can also increase that storage via the micro SD card to another 128 GB. It has a massive 3450 mAh battery. We're gonna check out the camera next. Yeah, it's quite fast, but not exactly lag free. But once it locks the focus, it becomes much faster. Yeah, you can straight away start your video from here. You can switch on the LED flash in case you're shooting at the night, and then you can also shoot pictures while recording videos. You have lots of options out here. Let's say first you can shoot in 1:1 aspect ratio or 4:3 or 16:9, and then your timers and then some of the settings like face detection and continuous video focus, which is a very good feature, although it's still contrast detection only. And then you have some of the shooting modes out here. You have time shift, of course, no time shift. We're not gonna go too deep into all these features. And then you also have a panorama. So the photos are relatively detailed under enough light, definitely better than most of the previous generation BlackBerry phones. Still, there are noise visible when you zoom them to 100%. Under low light, the details reduces considerably, mainly thanks to the small sensor size. The same case goes with the videos. The videos do not have any fuzziness. There's no soft corners. That's a good thing, but again the details level are generally, but those are expected from this kind of sensors. The phone sensors are almost becoming at par with each other, and even if it's a 13 MP, it's not much different from an 8 MP very good camera on maybe some other phones, and that applies to all phone models, not only the BlackBerry one. The saturation and hue are very natural though. You can check out our dedicated gameplay and benchmark videos to see how it performed. Performed pretty well, by the way. So, should you get the Blackberry Passport? As I told you before, that it could be a love or hate relationship. You would either hate this very unconventional design, mainly because it does not fit in everyone's palm, or you cannot literally operate it with one hand. It's very different. Even with the predictive swipe up feature, it's very different even to reach out there. But you might just absolutely love it, mainly because of the stunning different looks. It's gonna attract a lot of attention, first of all. Second, if you're a BlackBerry fan, it has got everything that a BlackBerry can offer to you. And for the first time, we've actually seen a BlackBerry sporting, hardware specifications that are at par with the devices came out at almost the same time. And the problem is the Android devices in particular, they upgrade very frequently these days. So by the time there's 1 month or 2 months after the device releases, you get a new hardware spec sheet of the Android devices. It's that fast. So it lags in that way somewhere behind, not very future proof, because BlackBerry does not shell out devices at will, but still, number one, for BlackBerry fans, this would be an absolutely essential device to upgrade. If you love, this guy has both the status, looks and the power to match the other Android and the iOS. And number two, if you're coming from some other devices, if you want to dump your device to own this, there's not much in this device that are already not on your flagship Android or the iOS device. So it can be purely the look and design quality of the device. If you haven't bought any flagship device recently and you want to buy a flagship device, you're open for suggestions. I guess the iPhone 6 or the Note 4 makes better statement than this one, but the Note 4, for example, they almost look like the Note 3. So it's and they are, more people buy those, so you're not gonna stand out of the crowd. The main attraction of the Blackberry Passport is that you're gonna stand out of the crowd. People will look at you. You feel elevated. You feel like a classic guy, classic business person. The bottom line is you do not feel or look casual when you're using this device. You're not gonna look that way. That's a great thing for a device to have its own identity, own statuses, because there are so many copycats in the market. There are so many devices manufacturers who copy the successful design elements onto their own devices. BlackBerry has done something different here. And for once, I personally absolutely love the look and feel of this device. Forget not being operated to use with one hand, because I'm used to with the big screen devices. I absolutely love this, and I believe this could potentially bring BlackBerry back to the business again, back to the profit margins, the profit ways. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to the Passport, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel for more such awesome content in future. Thank you.